My name is Michael Mastro. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to look at the chart for famous wrestler, legendary wrestler, Hulk Hogan. May he rest in peace. If you using Vedic sidereal zodiac and not Western tropical zodiac, if you look to the eastern horizon when he was born, you would see the constellation of Cancer rising at 29 degrees in the east. First, we're going to see how the planets are operating in this chart and then when they're operating during certain events and what could be done to strengthen the chart. So, Sun is ruling the house of wealth and fame and stability in the marriage, and it is placed in the first house. Uh, it is gives wealth and fame through being a leader in his field of wrestling. Also, he was a general manager of the uh, wrestling WWE. Moon is uh, ruling the chart, and it is placed in the placed in the house of wealth and fame, and it is gives public fame through entertainment. It is also a prime indicator for health and heart. He did die of cardiac arrest on the 24th of July. Then we have weak, afflicted by Mars and by Rahu and Ketu Mars. Mars is ruling the career house, and it gives career through sports and wrestling with some setbacks. Then we have weak, afflicted by Rahu, Mercury. Mercury gives success through um, public entertainment as well as uh, very flamboyant personality, which made him famous. He had controversial speech, and he was quite the fabricator. He many times said that Elvis was a big fan, and Elvis was dead before his career blossomed. Then we have challenging Jupiter. Jupiter is ruling the house of health and divorce and conflict, and it is uh, gave some health issues, and then two divorces, many lawsuits, and it is close to the rising sign degree, so it afflicts also the house of marriage. Then we have Venus. Venus is ruling the house of happiness through family, and it is placed in the 12th house. 12th house gives him the ability to take on different roles as a husband, as a father, as a entertainer, wrestler. So happiness connected to his ability to entertain. Then we have challenging Saturn. Saturn is also close to the rising sign degree at 29 degrees. It's weak. Well, it's ruling the eighth house. Any multiconal sign ruling the sixth, eighth, or 12th can cause some challenges. So Saturn is related to our structural body, uh, and he had chronic spinal neck issues. Had many surgeries. Um, and let's see here. Rahu and Ketu always trying to balance each other, opposite each other. Ketu in the first, Rahu in the seventh. Teaches him to learn to balance his needs with the needs of his partners. Let's look at the timing of events. Well, he started his wrestling career in 1977 during a Mars period, Mars ruling the house of career. 83, he signed with the World Wrestling Organization during a Mercury period. Also, he was in Rocky 3, brief appearance during a Mercury period. Mercury bringing success, ruling the house of success. He got married during a Venus period. Venus is ruling the house of starting a family. 88, he had a daughter during a Jupiter period. Jupiter is the indicator for children. 89, he became general manager of the WWE during a Mars period, shifting his career, Mars ruling career. In 2007, he got a divorce during a Rahu period, Rahu um, in the house of marriage, causing unexpected events. Then we have 2010. He had a lot of spinal surgeries during a Mars period. Mars is connected to surgery. Um, 2012, um, Gawker published a sec tape with him and his wife, I think. And there was a lawsuit. He filed a lawsuit during a Jupiter period. Jupiter rules the house of conflict and lawsuits and divorce. 2022, he got a divorce during also a Jupiter period, ruling divorce. 2023, he got wed during a Sun period. Sun is ruling the house of fame, wealth, and marriage, stability in the marriage, particularly. And then in July 27, 2025, he passed away of cardiac arrest during a Jupiter Mars period. Now, if you look at the transit chart on the left, the inner circle is where the planets were when he was born, just like the square chart on the right. And the outer circle is where the planets were when he passed away. And you can see natal K2 is afflicting the moon, moon ruling the house of longevity, and also um, indicator for the heart. He died of cardiac arrest. You can also see Rahu and K2 afflicting 6 out of the 12 houses, almost 25 degrees, within 5 degrees of his rising sign. Then, let's see, what other thing here is Rahu and K2 are afflicting the sixth house of health and the eighth house of death-like experiences. What could be done to strengthen the chart? Well, helping others for Rahu, K2, and spiritual organizations for Jupiter and Saturn. And he did some charity work, but could have done more probably. Then my favorite remedy for his benefic planets is a kavash, means protective shield, uh, a silver locket containing the Devata yantras and mantras for his benefic planets. If you'd like to get a kavash, get a reading, or learn Vedic astrology, you can go to vastucreations.com. Thank you so much for listening. And condolences to his family. May he rest in peace.